Start sharing this out. Is this the same? Look at all that bunch of different names. I'll do it like this. There's some people joining that.
Can you still hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, I see the name jumping on the screen. So. You were fine.
It's recorded.
Is it recording down here?
Yep.
You want to get started?
Yeah, I guess we don't need nobody to get started. No, PW gonna be over there. Let's get this shared out a little bit. New York, what up? All right, all right. Let me get my camera over there. What up, people? What up, what up, what up? Welcome to a new edition of Hashtag Factual Tuesday nights. It's going to be a little different. Think about what a name for you. I think about the camera. But it's going to be a completely different feel from the Thursday night show. I told y'all we're going to do something a little different. So what we're doing now is we're going to have, what up, Ms. Kim? Got a special guest in the building tonight. What we're going to do is we're going to do this a little different. So it's going to be more sort of interview style. So sit back and enjoy the show. Type your comments in there, please. When I go back to check the show later, I'll respond to your comments. If you talk shit, I'm going to talk shit back. Don't say that about my mama. I'll punch you in the face now. But however, nonetheless, I want to introduce somebody who's been a part of the show from the jump, first season, damn near, episode 4, I believe. My homie, partner in crime, Miss Tierra the Diva herself. Y'all seen her on the reunion show. She tore shit up.
I did not.
What up, Tierra? Introduce yourself to the
What's
people.
going on, everybody? Hi. Hello, everybody. I'm Tierra the Diva.
So
You're
we're
going to
gonna
find out a whole lot about me tonight.
That's right. That's right. We're also gonna find out that I'm gonna bust her ass in pool while y'all find out about
Man,
her, if that's cool.
he don't know. I know.
But don't be being a shark over here.
I'm just saying, I know how to play.
Don't be trying to embarrass me. I mean, that's bullshit, man. Don't you got something, don't you got something better to do?
Bust your ass on this table.
Oh, see.
And you know what? It's your rules, your house, you break.
You call it shots. Nah, your ladies first. We'll let you break.
No, I'm not a good breaker. You break.
Yo, she started trying to act like she, I mean, like she helpless over here now want money. You ready to know what time it is. So, hey, giggity. Like I said, it's a different feel, y'all. So, let me know if y'all can hear me too. Can you hear me?
I can definitely hear.
What you trying to say? So,
Apparently, I'm not the only one that doesn't know.
nah, that was a joke. I let her do that on purpose. So, be ready. I did that on purpose, y'all. It was a bad break. So, Miss Tierra, the Diva.
Mm-hmm.
Tierra, the Diva. I don't know what you mean.
So, the word diva, derived from my family. I have a lot of women in my family who I admire and adore, and just when they walk out the house, they just walk out the house looking fresh, just like a diva, fresh and clean. And I mean, the thing is with a diva, it comes from attitude, it comes from the way you walk, it comes from how you present yourself when you're outside. Like my mom always told us that don't go outside wearing just anything. Make sure you represent yourself well. So, I was a diva in training at one point, and then I became a full diva.
Oh, so diva in training. So what does it look like to be a diva in training? Like,
I mean, when you're young, you're still trying to pick up how the women in your family are, or even like people in like women in the industry, like what their entitlement is to being a diva. And it's one of those things where I've always been in fashion. I started modeling very, 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 very young. Like I was about 6 or 7 when I did my first fashion show.
okay.
And my mom kept us in modeling up until I was about 14.
So they were pimping you?
It wasn't pimping.
Pimping,
But it was something that she instilled in us. So, I mean, like, what I admired about women in my family, like, they had minks, they had furs, they had nice bags, the shoes, just the way they carried themselves when it came to stepping out. They were stepping out.
Stepping in the name of love. Okay. so that's why you got all that fancy stuff. It's all you. So, modeling. So the modeling thing. I guess that kind of goes into like you've always been in the fashion. Like I know you had a podcast. I want to get into that a little later.
I did.
And it was based upon fashion. Is that where that came from?
Yeah.
Oh shit, she's not.
It did. The thing is, when I had do you want to talk about my podcast now?
Yeah.
First of all, let me tell y'all, it's not even, it still exists on YouTube, but I don't do it anymore. I had a blog. It started as a blog. I had a blog called Fashion Victuals. And because for my love for fashion and food, I just combined them both. And victuals means foods. And it was something that I really took seriously. And then I was approached in 2015 by a network owner by the name of Trump, the good Trump.
Yeah.
Shout out to Trump.
Yeah, that's my dude right there. What I'm gonna.
Yeah, and he wanted me to join the network to have my own podcast. And I didn't even think about doing podcasts until he approached me, but I thought it would be a great idea to kind of create both my loves together. And I had my podcast for like 5 years. I kind of let it go in 2020, but
You started a second podcast at the same time.
I did. Yours.
No, but that's your girls.
Yeah. So in 2017, 2018, I had Yakety Yak, now hashtag Factuals. I was on here for about 2 years, and also I had the Pillow Talk Lounge as one of the co-hosts on there as well with my lovely friends. Shout out to y'all. But it was just a lot. If you think about it, I was doing 3 podcasts a week. Well, not so much the Pillow Talk Lounge because we would record like every other weekend, but it was kind of a strain. So it was a lot. It was a lot, especially like this one is late at night. My podcast was at 7 to 8. Then this one was from 9:25 to 11. So it was a lot.
Depending on the conversation.
Yeah,
depending on how far the Targaryen took it.
Or depending on how much everybody drank.
True.
Be clear. But yeah, it was a lot. So about 2020 during the pandemic, I just said, you know what? I need to let some of this go because it was a lot on me. And that's what I did. But to everybody now, I'm bringing back Fashion Victuals, not as a podcast, but I'm going back to the blogging scene.
So she's bringing back Fashion Victuals. Okay, so you say you stopped it. I want to go back to that. I want to talk about the quitter in you.
5 years ago, I did my
But it
time.
worked. So
I did my time, people.
no, I know. Listen. I get it because there's been times where I felt like, you know what, maybe I should stop, but like it was just I kept going. Well, the camera wants to see my ass. Pause. No, but it's been times when I felt like, you know what, I should stop. But you know, just something that just kept me going. So like, I know you said like you kept it up, and I know when you told me that you did that you had stopped it, but you said you didn't cut it off completely. So like, did you left it open for like a comeback? And what was the reason?
Good question. I did leave it open for a comeback. Because I didn't do like a farewell show. I just said, you know what, the pandemic was a lot, especially the fact that we were kind of locked down in our homes and stuff like that. It just took a toll on you. And I just kind of stepped away. I told my producer, you know, this is our last show. You know, I got to regroup right now. And with hashtag, no. But I was proud of myself. Sorry. But I was definitely proud of myself because at the same time, I did my podcast for 5 years. 5 years. And I think that I got out once everybody was really getting into it, you know.
Yeah. At that time when podcasting started, like if you invested in just the word podcast, you might be rich by now at that time.
And honestly, and don't get it twisted, like I enjoyed my podcast because I had so many amazing people come through, musicians, designers, entrepreneurs, like just to meet different people. Yeah, you can. And different people with different walks of life, you know what I'm saying, to come on the show that just kind of graced us with their presence. It was a good feeling. It was a good feeling. With hashtag factual, I was the only female.
Yeah.
I feel like I was at work. It was good, but
it was everybody work with.
But a strong stomach to deal with y'all. A strong stomach.
Hey man.
Woo!
It wasn't me.
Y'all took me out.
Sometimes it might have been me, but it wasn't me.
But the camaraderie of the show is why I kept going. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And with the Pillow Talk Lounge, it was just a different flavor. You know, it was me and my girls like talking about. Right. It was conversations that we normally have if we're like going to brunch or pretty much hanging out with one another. It was just us chilling on the couch. We did have pajamas on.
Yeah. That's my favorite part.
But we were great. Like we had the vibe there. But again, the pandemic was just a lot on people. Mm-hmm. You know, so Pillow Talk Lounge ended during the pandemic. Still love my girls. We still hang out per usual.
Bring them through for the show one time. Bring them through for a Thursday night.
Well, I'll ask them.
And a Tuesday. I want to talk to them individually Tuesday. I want to have the whole Pillow Lounge crew here and talk to y'all.
That would be dope. That would definitely be dope. Shout out to my girls, the Pillow Talk Lounge girls. I love y'all. But yeah, it was just one of those things where the pandemic really fucked people up.
Big time.
Yeah.
But the pandemic actually taught me how to do more behind the scene things. So I can't say the pandemic fucked people up.
I mean, yeah.
It all depends on how you took it. Because like
oh no, it turned me into a hustler.
Ow.
That's what
I thought the demon is a female version of it.
It is. Turned me into a bigger one.
Hey.
Because literally a lot of people at the time, if you think about it, a lot of people at the time were either going into furlough or had lost their job, or either they were just working from home trying to figure out what's going to happen in the world because all this was going on. So I went to culinary school.
and she throws down. I tell you, yo. So I threw myself a surprise birthday party. I was shocked as hell. And the diva here, the diva, the booty here. I'm at the diva. She hooked up some food for us, and everybody still be like, "Yo, who made this? Who made that?" I'm like, "Yo, diva made it." Know what I mean? So and then she came through showing out too. So, goddamn, gotta love that.
Most
Camera right
appreciated.
here. Yeah, I think I'm too tall for the camera sometimes. So the color and everything out. I find myself a lot of times calling them like, "Hey, can you make this for me?"
No. You asked for one thing and one thing only. Can you make oxtails?
I do it on purpose. One, because I'm purpose, goddammit. Kiss my ass. So I need a drink. Hold up, let me get off camera.
He continues to ask me to make oxtails.
My mama don't talk to me like this.
Really? Really? But yes. So I went to culinary school during the pandemic, and then then the next thing I know, work picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Culinary school got rough because they wanted me to put in 20 to 30 hours a week. So I was in culinary school for about a year and 4 months. I learned a lot, actually. But yeah, it's just the pandemic really changes you. The pandemic makes you think about other avenues to go down. Like, don't get it wrong. Like, I was cooking before.
Mm-hmm.
Please and thank you. No,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And let me do this, because I know before you get into that, let me delve a little bit more into the diva side.
Okay.
Because the stuff you said, and so look, y'all, so when we do this on Tuesdays, it's gonna be a little bit more about promoting and bigging my peoples up, because I think we need that more. So bottom line is, like, she's always been the diva since I met her, well over 20 years ago. And we've always been tight. And the diva side to me was more so not just that, like, she could get fly when she needed to, probably wake up like that. She probably wake up with teeth already brushed. I don't know. But the hustler party. Yeah. That to me was more so the diva, like Beyonce said, the diva is the female version of a hustler. And that's how I saw it. That's how I saw you. So, like, all the things that you got going on, you always have something going on. I know you got your own business. You always had one advantage to the next, to the next, to the next. Right. And even though, like, you may not talk about them all the time, you kept them going. So, like, talk about the many different ventures that you had and that you have, and then what you do, the balloon things, the parties, and you do so talk about those for people.
So
let me get my shot.
Yeah, it's your turn. Yeah. Sunk in threes. I'm just saying. But so yes, I have an event business. Pretty much it was catered towards doing balloons for parties, and yeah, you're solid. But now it's turned into a whole event business, and it's doing really well, actually. Thank you, Lord, it's doing well. I honestly started going more into it last year. Like, I was doing balloons for, like, families who needed balloons done, but now
we can't see you on the camera.
Oh my God.
She said, "Glow up, sis."
But last year I did something about stepping up on faith and investing in myself.
Okay.
I started taking more classes on it, started learning more professionally how to run it and things of that nature. And I'm very blessed that my business really started hitting the ground running as soon as I took it.
Okay.
Literally as soon as I took the class. And shout out to my mentor, Janae, JDP Events. She's awesome. She taught me a whole lot about the game.
JDP Events, make sure y'all following that.
And yeah, it's just been, honestly, I've not gotten any outside business except for referrals from family and friends. And I'm very, very, very blessed about that.
Let me ask you a question. I was just talking to fam, this is Bounce, about that. When it comes to business support. Y'all hear me over there? When it comes to business, when it comes to support, have you found that you get more business, more support from people you know? Or from people just, because I find that I don't really get too much support from the people that I was expecting to be the ones to support me, you know what I mean? And
well, it depends. So, me and my family is light.
Mine too.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
but like, no, clearly. So, even when I had my podcast, I have had support. They'll chime in, but they wouldn't watch the entire show, of course, but they'll come in. Even my grandmama was watching. And
the curse word, I did one more. That was the funny part. Let's go on the side of the game.
So I did one more podcast too called The Download. I did that for
the download.
Yeah, The Download.
You did on the download.
The Download. So shout out to Trump for
what up, my nigga?
Starting that one up, The Download. I was a co-host on that. I've done 4 podcasts, my dude. 4.
You were busy, man. You was on high demand.
Yo, it's crazy. But I say that to say that your family is your biggest supporters. Whether they listen to the whole show, whether they be there for you, but they know what you're doing and they are going to hype you up. Like, my family is tremendously my biggest supporter. Like, my family has been on the job with me, like helping me. You know what I'm saying?
Tell them Thursday night, not to 5.
But you know, it's one of those things where I've had to take out my mind that not everybody may not be that supporter, but that's not going to stop me from going where I want to be. You know what I'm saying?
What does support look like to you? What is it, especially from family? Because like we talked about it on the show before a long time ago, and just to kind of reiterate, like it was.
Oh no, this show, my family was like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I know, because I remember the first time. When you got initiated.
Oh my God!
Yo,
we are not going to talk about the initiation.
No, I'm not going to go Listen, I'm not going to go there, but I remember, was it your second show we initiated or the first show?
I think it was the second.
Second show. So the second show we did the initiation. We normally had, at the time the show was called Yakety Yak.
Yes.
So it's called initiation, it was something like that. As where it was like rapid fire questions.
It was ridiculous.
Woo!
Ridiculous.
Pause. And honestly, like, yo, Targaryen kind of took over.
He always takes over.
And let's just say, like, when she asked that first question, she put her phone down.
Listen.
She had to lay her phone down. It was that bad, but it was funny as hell. But like she said, it ain't for the faint heart. So
when dealing with these gentlemen here, you literally have to have tough, and I mean alligator tough ass skin. Okay? Tough ass skin. That's what you gotta have dealing with these men.
I like to think I was the buffer. I was more so.
Were you the buffer? Were you?
I'm asking the questions here, damn it. Let me go over here, man. People can't hear you. I was the buffer for sometimes. I mean,
You were.
It was buffering.
It was. It definitely was. It kept loaded too. Is it my turn?
Yes, it's her.
Did you miss your shot?
Not what happened was it was
No,
a hot
it's
day.
okay.
It was a
Say
hot day. I said, nah, you know what? We on camera, let me let her shoot.
Word.
Yeah. Look like some Skittles over there. You can't do that. You can't hit mine first. Cheating.
Because I surely was all to do it.
Yeah, I see. Cheating that.
Okay.
Watch out for the wall.
I see.
I charge.
You know what?
So back to the whole diva thing, right? So
Yes.
in the husband, so like you was on 4 podcasts, you was on our podcast, and you came through faithfully
I did.
every meeting,
Yep.
talked it out, whether we had agreements, disagreements,
Yes.
arguments.
Yes. I was there through the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, man.
Let me ask you a question though.
Yeah.
Do you feel that prepared you for yours?
But you got to think about it. I think that Yakety Yak started in 2016, 2017.
2016.
My podcast started in 2015.
Mr. Shot.
Oh, was it an accent?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. But I think that I knew what lion's den I was walking into, and I am a lioness. I'm a Leo, so I already knew what to expect. So I mentally prepared myself for y'all. Like, no, I knew what I was walking into. What? I'm the longest standing female on the show.
yes, you are.
Be clear.
The only person who oh my goodness. So in case y'all don't know, we've had females on the show, right? And let's just say they couldn't take the Targaryen effect. And that was actually the best part of the show.
Shout out to the Targaryen.
Shout out to Cass, man. Shout out to Targaryen. Shout out to Nami V. De Niro. Shout out to Rito.
Yes.
Shout out to Dominus.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to Marcy. Shout out to Livin. Shout out to everybody, man.
Now, don't get it twisted. Y'all still my boys. I love y'all, but y'all was a whole lot. A whole lot. Woo, y'all was a lot. Y'all made somebody drink on this show.
Yo, hold up.
Made somebody.
Do you remember when we had other female guests come to visit, and then like they by the time the show was over, they was walking out the door complaining.
Listen, I wouldn't be on the show with other female guests because they was cussing y'all out when the show was over or during the show.
But
I said, you know what?
the thing about it was they didn't expect to get cut back out.
That part.
It was good times, man.
It was. It really was.
So let's talk about your business that you got going on now. So
Yeah.
the one you got going on now, you do parties.
Yeah.
Balloons.
Yeah.
You do balloons with condoms?
No.
man. My bad. I thought somebody do it before that. So talk about that. Talk about your business.
So the business is called Vision Imaging, and shout out to my little sister. We are about to take it a little bigger than where it is, which is going to be vision events coming soon, everybody. It's something that, my sister and I have been talking about for years, going into business, doing events. But it was just that because I did balloons, it was something that kind of took off already. So this is pretty much the staple point for us. And back in the day, honestly, my mom was, first of all, like my hustler mentality came from all my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Like my dad got remarried, him and his wife, they hustlers. My mom and my dad, they hustlers. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think that with me, I'm the oldest of 4. And that drive mentality after seeing what my parents did around me kind of was like, you know what? I could do this. I could have my own hustle. So, like on some real stuff, I started Vision Imaging back in 2005 because I went to school for graphic design.
That's the time I met you.
I know, right? I was doing freelance graphic design work. I was about 22, 23 at the time. And I was on freelance graphic design work, whether it was websites, album covers, logos, business cards, flyers, anything you could possibly think of, that's what I was doing. So that was when it really started. But because the dynamics of the industry changed, where a lot of corporations and businesses were starting to kind of use a lot of these websites now to have them do their own webs, their own logos and stuff like that. I said, okay, let me take a step back and see where I want to take Vision Imaging next.
Mm-hmm.
So Vision Imaging is now a business for not just graphic design, but for events, for balloons, for birthday parties, for weddings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where it kind of coincides. So let's say that you want customized things done for an event, not just the balloons or the setup, but like certain customized, like keepsakes for people who come in.
You use the word keepsake on me, right? I know what that shit means.
But you know what I'm saying? And like it just kind of goes together.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I kept Vision Imaging standing since 2005.
So enough with your business. Does the business travel, or is it just?
No,
Are you just local?
I'm local, but we'll travel.
Okay. If the price is right.
If the price is right.
Exactly.
Salute.
First of all,
I know how to hold my.
Oh, damn. Let me step to the side.
But no, I will travel. Like if you have a event going on in another city or state, I will definitely travel for it. That's no doubt.
I got one for you in New York in June.
Say less. Put me on the book.
I got you.
Make sure I ain't got no look. Going through my head. Make sure I ain't got no.
No, you're not.
No, I don't.
You're going to Saks Fifth.
But I have a no.
You're not going there. Listen, this is strictly like you might be in like a comfort inn. She missed a shot on that one.
Listen.
What up, everybody? Bad Cookie, what up? It's anytime, anywhere. So right now we're here with the Diva, y'all. Salute to the Diva. I knew I could count on my day one to come through.
Your A1 since
My
day one.
A1 since day none. I mean, when my hustle was just the normal hustle, like the out there and the none. I ain't gonna talk about it.
You know your back is turned, right?
That ain't nice like this. It's my shot. I'm gonna need you to pull me about my shit as we take, okay? I've been taking it easy on you.
Have you?
Kind of. That's my thing about it.
Yeah.
You mind? I appreciate you. Lord, don't let my glass off my show. No.
You. Yeah.
There we go. So.
Yeah.
And then so that was the balloons one, and then you also had. But I remember meeting you. And you talking about the graphic design, audio design, like the design stuff. And you was doing a lot of stuff. So like your mom was always moving.
Yeah.
To me, it seemed like you was pulling a lot of different directions because you had a lot of different ideas.
Right.
How did you focus in on what it was that was your lane? Because a lot of people, like me myself, I have a lot of ideas. You know that. I talk to you all the time.
Yes.
And you be like, nigga. What? So how did you focus in on what the main work that you want to go to make that work and then make this work? You know what I mean, so how did you do that?
Honestly,
So
you ever heard the saying, being the jack of all trades but the master of none?
Yeah.
But nobody knows the continuation of that saying is being the jack of all trades, master of none, but you do have some, which means that I really have I have my hands in a lot of different things. Like I told you.
No pause for you again.
Before Pastor Victor I was blogging. I was writing about places I went to eat. I was going to different fashion shows, whether it was DC Fashion Week, Philly Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. I was going to different fashion shows writing about that. I was trying different restaurants because a girl like to eat. I might not look a little.
Listen, I'm a foodie. I'm a foodie, yo. I'm a foodie.
But I was going to different places, so it was writing. Writing has always been like my priority, first love. I used to write poems when I was 14, 15 years old.
I was doing that when I was a kid too.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But as I got older, and the thing is, in high school, when I got to the 11th grade, they were like, okay, you need to go to trade school. And so I went to trade school in the 11th grade. So half my day was spent in the trade school and half my day was spent in high school.
Oh, how did that work? Hold on, because I never experienced that type of. People told me about. I never experienced that. How did that work?
So in trade school, and you're not from Maryland, but you've been into the Maryland school system. So I was going to Thomas Edison High School of Technology.
I heard Thomas. I know Thomas.
Right. So when I went to Thomas Edison, I was introduced to graphic design. Yeah.
I've been hugging the block. That's right. Constantly rock my bag. Go ahead.
At the age of 16, I learned the industry of graphic design. By the time my senior year came, I had to have a part-time job doing graphic design somewhere and still going to school.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting a graphic design job at 2 different printing places. So I know how to print, I know how to do t-shirts, car decals, van decals. Like to this day, I still know how to do it because if you've done it so much, it's like riding a bike.
She got the machines in her garage. I mean, in that big ass crib of hers, she got the machine in her garage.
But
hey, hold on, don't touch that. I got to print shirts and a hat. I'm like, whoa. My bad. I didn't mean to put you out there like that.
But yeah, it was just like you said, my mind goes everywhere. So honestly, my mind is, I've always been stuck on, I like the finer things in life.
Okay.
You know.
She's expensive, y'all. If y'all trying to date her, she gonna cost you, motherfucker. Listen. She'll hold you down. She'll make sure you're a better man, but she's gonna cost you like a motherfucker. Listen, it's worth it though. Nothing. We feed the fish.
Nothing ain't free. But with all that being said, like honestly, I don't ask nobody for nothing. So the thing is, I've always found a way to get it on my own. Whether it was graphic design, whether it was balloons, whether it was doing websites or anything. My hustle game has always been strong since prior to the age of 18, 19 years old. And my mom shout out to my mom. Hi, Mom. She always reminds me that at the age of 15, she would talk to me about entrepreneurship, and I wasn't thinking about that. I told her I would work for somebody. Yeah. But from 15 years old in the 10th grade to about 17, 18 years old, like I was running off, trying to do my own thing, trying to start my own clothing line, trying to start my own graphic side business, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And working in print shops taught me a lot about the industry. And I'll never forget, when I was like 21, 22 years old, I went to the magic show in Las Vegas.
Usher. No.
I did not see Usher.
But the
magic show in Las Vegas was where a lot of the distributors, manufacturers, vendors were based on clothing lines.
Mhm.
And
You said that on the reunion show.
right. And I used to go, that was my first time going, and then years later, my mom, her and I went into business together and opened up an online boutique called Adidas Secret Closet.
They better see you on the camera. Come on, man.
They want to see me on the camera?
There you go. They definitely want to see you on the camera. Okay. Finish talking.
So me and my mom had started a boutique called the Diva Secret Closet, where we took our boutique online and we were going to Magic every year to meet with our distributors, our manufacturers. But at the time when I did it when I was 22, I was trying to start my own clothing line. I was trying to start my own denim company called Todd Clothing
I
Company.
remember that. I remember that.
So honestly, my hustle game has been, and don't get me wrong, I still got ADD. My mind is still all over the place trying to figure out my next move. But it honestly is a blessing because I always know how to make money.
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
So, my bad, I see it perfection.
Understood.
Especially if I did the work.
Exactly. He put this together himself. He did this table by himself.
It's almost done. But what I want to ask is like, so when you get into all that and you still climbing the ladder, right? Still doing everything. And it's like my bad. I'm staying my work and I'm talking. Let me focus. There you go.
ADD kicking in too now.
Listen, I got the
ADD.
Yeah, that too. There you go. My bad, y'all. I get distracted. I ain't no punk bitch.
Ask the question.
You asked the question. Wait. Oh, all right. So, question. Question is, with all that being said, like the family aspect,
Yes.
the you aspect,
Yes.
do you just find it difficult to ask for help?
Yes. And the reason why is because it's just my nature.
So they can see. There you go. It's your nature. Dad, tell us why it's your nature. That why it's so difficult.
It's hard. It's hard, and it's only because the reason why it's hard for me to ask for help is because I don't want to put anybody out of the way of what they already got going on.
You not disturb me, play that. That's what you gotta do.
Sorry, Vanessa.
I asked you this question, y'all. I asked you this question because I found myself in the same situation. I find it that when you're all venturing, doing your thing, and you find yourself seeking support from those who's supposed to be around you, and sometimes you don't get it from those. You find it difficult to ask people for help or for assistance, because it's like you may be afraid of fear of something, not receiving the help, fear of judgment, a fear of a lot of different things. But like, what was it that made you like not want to ask for help?
Because again, like I love my family so much that I just felt like I didn't want to put them out their way. And the thing is, my family down for whatever. Like, we'll fight anybody like together. And all we gotta do is get that bird call. And everybody around, you know what I'm saying?
You know, is that the call?
Listen, no, my mom. Sorry, Mom, I have to tell this story. But somebody disrespected my mom at my great aunt's house in DC, and asked her to like literally put something in her hand and told her to throw it in the trash. Didn't ask her, said throw it in the trash. My mom came out, and mind you, y'all, we from DC, okay? Like my family is DC all day. We on the front porch chilling. It was a cookout or whatever. My mom came outside to the front porch, told us what happened, and all of us got up off the front porch and went straight to that. That's just how
Shorty did that.
Listen,
Damn.
that's how close knit my family is, and that's how I love it. Like my family is ride or die till the end. But at the end of the day, sometimes I feel like maybe I could do it by myself, and they always tell me like they got my back, and I love them for that. But sometimes I don't want to be a burden on my family.
You think that sometimes you're a burden on yourself, but not wanting to be a burden on somebody else?
Could be.
I get it. Trust me, I do. No, I get it. The reason why I say that is because, like, people put you in a position to feel the way you want to feel sometimes.
No, it's not. But it's the thing is that it's not that they put me in that position. It's just the fact that me as an individual, I do a lot by myself anyway. So, like honestly, let me be clear. I know I'm the jack of all trades, whatever have you, but it's a lot of things in my house that I have put together by myself.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And if it's something that I know I can't do and I need a man to do it, just call me. My dad.
One thing I'll say is one thing I know about Diva, y'all, is I know what time when she needs to reach out to somebody, she reached out to, and they didn't step up to the plate.
Yeah, man.
So does that make you hesitant?
It makes me stronger. Because it makes me learn how to do it.
Explain stronger.
So it makes me learn how to do things on my own. Like, I don't know how to change a tire. My dad showed me how to change the oil on my car.
Mm-hmm.
I can put things together, but that's just the nature of me. I'm a very hands-on person, so pause. I like to do things with my hands, whether it's painting, whether it's putting something together, or anything like that.
Huh? No, that's not bad. I'm gonna go back to soon.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm gonna figure out how to do it myself.
Okay.
My professional field is IT. So technology is my profession. That's my trade. Graphic design is my love, my hobby, and balloons is my passion. Like designing colors, figuring out different things, and food is my peace.
Do you consider yourself a daddy's girl?
I'm not. I'm a mama's girl. I'm definitely a mama's girl.
What's the difference? To you.
To me, if something's wrong or if I have questions or if I want to talk about something, the first person I run to outside of my sister is my mom.
Did you grow with your father? And then do you mind me asking?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
To a degree.
Okay.
My father, I grew up with my father until I was about 11 years old.
Okay.
My dad was on drugs. a lot of people in this area, their fathers got mixed up in the drug game or whatever.
88.
He's
Well, out here it was 89, 90.
So it was about, for me, because I was too. But my dad got mixed in the whole thing pretty early. But like you said, about 87, 88, 89.
Yeah.
And my parents got a divorce when I was about 10 years old. He disappeared when I was like 11. He was on drugs. But he is in my life now. I love my dad very much.
Salute.
At the age of 12 years old, my stepfather stepped in, and he's a dad too. He's amazing. I love my dad too. My second dad. I love him so much.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. They can't see.
I don't know where the camera is. Is it this way? It's over
there. You go.
This camera.
But my stepdad has been amazing too. That's my dad too. But you can't change what's already happened to you in the past. Mm-hmm. You can either forgive or you can't. For me, it was forgiving. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I know my dad, what he did, but at the same time, I can't continue to fault him for something that was taken over. And he is in my life. Love my dad very much. He is married, been married for almost 16 years. He got remarried. I love my stepmom very much. She's amazing. And yeah, I'm just very blessed at this age to have two sets of parents that both love me unconditionally.
And that's something I actually want to talk about to people, because I grew up in a single family, in a single mother household, right? And one thing I want to ask people is, and to me it's important, it's like if you grew up with your mother or you grew up with your father, and did your mother or your father ever talk to you about the things that transpired between them that made them get to where they are and try to sway you one way or the other?
We need a parent. The thing is, like I said, I was the oldest of four. Okay. So I've seen a lot of things for myself. Mm-hmm. I've seen how it transpired with our lives, from being together, from not being together.
Yeah.
What made me stronger is literally having to realize where my place was in this family. Mm. Because for a lot of reasons, you may be the oldest child. Like me and my sister, we're only 3 years apart. And then her and my brother, like I have two other brothers. Mm-hmm. My first brother, him and I are 7 years apart. The last one is him and I are 14 years apart. And what people don't realize is that being the oldest in the family kind of puts you in a position where you're either the second mother or you're the secret keeper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or you're the backbone. My brother was the father to all of us. Mm-hmm. He was the oldest. My mom was the oldest child.
My mom was the oldest child too.
See, and my mother is too.
Okay.
And my brother from my mother was all of our fathers, and like to this day, you know, you met my brother before, but he's a great person, but like he's very stern, very strict. Mm-hmm. And like sometimes he'll find himself treating other people, his friends will be like, yo, why they call me Juan? Yeah. But when I had his kids, I'm like, but then under the same breath, they be like, well, we understand what he went through. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know if a lot of people understand that. So as an older child, like, did you find yourself raising your siblings, and then like, do you feel as though like you was given that fair shot, like to even be a kid? My brother wasn't. You think hey, he wasn't I don't think he had a chance to be a kid.
Yeah, I would say I did have a fair shot of being a kid.
Okay.
I did. My parents didn't put a lot of burden on me. When my first brother was born, I mean, my mom taught me little things here and there about like how to change a diaper or how to feed a baby. I mean, I was 7 years old at the time.
Kid.
But yeah, I was a kid, but it wasn't like I was always stuck with my brother. Now, when I got 14, it was a little different because my mom's career was in a different place. My dad's career was in a different place. Whereas when my baby brother got a little older, where he was actually in elementary school and starting to go to school by himself and stuff, my mom started to make me and my sister more responsible for making sure dinner was ready. Like she would call us, ask us to do like put the food in the oven or cook this or cook that. And one thing about my parents that they did, I will never forget this. We always sat down every week, every day for dinner. Like all of us was at the table for dinner. Sorry. Yeah. And we had a dog and everything. Everybody had to be at that table for dinner. You see what I'm saying?
Dog and all.
Right. So I think in a way my mom prepared me to be an older sister and a second mother, but at the same time prepared me for life as well. If that makes sense.
It does, but is it? I could ask if it's fair, but I ain't gonna ask that. Is it just?
Honestly, I don't blame her for that because
no blame. No, my bad.
No
blame on her. Is it just on your bad?
I think that as we get older, but let's be clear. Let me tell y'all right now, I am a millennial. I am an 80s baby. Shit was different from what the hell y'all experienced after 2000. Y'all have fucking lost y'all goddamn minds. Point blank in the period. Now, let me continue with this conversation. Shame, no shame.
Hey, here you go. A pimp named Slickback agrees to the sentiment that has been said.
Listen, Boondocks was my show.
Hey, man, listen.
So
what? That bottle.
Let me tell y'all what the experience I went through as a child, as a teenager, to where I am as an adult. I love my parents for what they did. Would I change anything growing up? Absolutely not.
Okay. Because
it just made me stronger in the person that I am today. Like I'm blessed. Like I have a niece, I have 2 nephews, I got another nephew on the way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I'm truly blessed to be an auntie. Yes, I don't have kids. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't have kids. If y'all didn't know. But I do want kids. I love kids. They're amazing. But at the same time, I think my parents, period, prepared me for life. Whether it was the good, the bad, the ugly, the toughness of life, be clear. Because fuck that. We went through some shit as 80s babies, okay? Man, we went through
that's a whole other show. Another show.
You ain't lying. That's another show with a therapist at that point.
Look, so what I'm gonna do is it's like I know it's getting almost to the time.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get too much into. I know how you feel about relationships. You say you want a baby. Is that something that you're pursuing? Is that too much of a question?
No. It's not. I love children. I would love to have a baby. Yes, it's something I am pursuing. I look at my niece and my nephews with an S because my sister just had a baby.
Okay.
He's 4 months now. He is amazing. That's my baby. But my oldest nephew is my baby too. That's my man. That's my man 50 grand.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Like your first son.
Yes.
So you have your own.
Listen.
Then he's forgotten about.
Listen. My nephew was like my first child. Short story. I'm going to try to make this long story short. My nephew was born in 2015. I was on the process of moving to New York because I wanted to go further in the fashion industry.
I remember that.
He was born, I stayed.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, 2019, I'm trying to move to Houston, Texas.
Remember that?
Because I remember I was like, you know what? Houston has a lot of opportunity down here. My niece was born. Lord forgive me. Please, Lord forgive me. Because I was like, this is bullshit. But I love them so much. And then
take yourself away.
I know, right? Then they moved away. They moved away from me. And it was really heartbreaking. But I talk to them all the time. I do. I love them so much. And then my sister had her first child last year. And he is just this little personality at 4 months old. And it's just like, damn, he makes me really want to have a child more than anything. He really does. He's just the cutest little thing. But yes, I am trying to have a baby.
So listen, y'all, she's pursuing.
Listen,
I'm not asking no more questions on that one.
We ain't gonna go there.
We're not gonna go there. I'm gonna completely jump ship on that topic.
Please do.
And I'm gonna
please and thank you.
And I'm gonna ask you this.
Yes.
So
oh, what happened?
I think you probably hit stop.
I didn't. It said it was paused due to poor connection. I'm listening now.
You definitely hit stop.
I didn't hit stop. See? It won't move now.
Oh shit.
I'm listening now.
Homie up.
We gotta keep the party going.
Yeah. So 2 questions left. So it's like taking it back.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you this one first.
Mm-hmm.
I had something I was gonna ask you, but it kind of like very sorry. The question you was asking is not available. What's next for Diva?
Oh, good question.
No. Don't answer that yet.
Don't answer that yet?
No.
Okay.
I watch a lot of clips where Shorty say, I'm a boss bitch. I'm a boss bitch.
Boss bitch.
And so like
first of all, I ain't no bitch.
To me,
to a degree, I might be to your ass. But I'm not a bitch. So
my thing is, would you ever say I'm a boss bitch? And like, what's the difference between being a diva and a boss bitch? Because like,
there's a big difference. First of all, I'm not
talking to me.
The thing is,
so I want y'all to look up the difference between being a diva and a boss bitch. And which one would you rather be? So like, I already know what you, but just talk to him.
I'd rather be a diva.
Talk to him. What's the difference?
Like, to me, a boss bitch is one that delegates, like, what's going on. Like, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. Like, a diva stands on her own.
Okay.
I don't need to delegate shit.
Okay.
Now, leadership is different. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You show by actions and they follow.
Okay.
Where a boss is just pointing fingers and delegating work, this. Like, I don't have to say I'm a boss bitch.
I was gonna ask you that. do you feel as though the term boss is out of pocket nowadays?
It is very overrated and it's saturated. It is. It really is. Because everybody want to be a boss, but they don't know the cost of being a boss. When I tell you this, that means paying people that you're delegating to do shit for you.
So far, none of people like everybody said there's a boss like niggas and bitches. None of them are paying people like that.
No, I have to. I have to pay people.
So
like whether it's family, friends, whatever have you, cousins, whatever. My family, like if they help me, I am prepared to pay them for their help. Sometimes they won't even accept it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because it's family.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you gave me your time, I need to compensate you for that time.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So no, Like you want to be a boss? Write a check. Start writing checks. Start paying people that you delegating that work to.
$199.95 is my price.
Let me tell you.
29 minutes. My bad. My bad.
But yeah, it's definitely a difference. Like, can I call myself a boss bitch? To a degree.
Mm-hmm. It's because you wrote checks, right?
I pay people that help me out.
I seen chicks that call themselves the boss bitches just because they can buy shit.
Yeah.
Or just because.
Now let me be clear. I buy myself shit, but I also pay people to do things that they're helping me to do. Whether it's family or friends, like, don't get it twisted. Family, like, because I love my family very much, and they don't have to take that time out of their day to help me, but I still want to compensate them and tell them I appreciate them for helping me whenever it is. Yeah. So I still pay them. So that's what I mean by, like, to a degree. Like, me putting a title of a boss bitch, I'd rather be a diva. Like, at the end of the day, like, I can still pay for my own stuff. I'm not trying to sugarcoat or impress people about what I have. But at the same time, like, yeah, like, I can take care of myself.
Right. Now, that, I'm not sure people understand that. You're going to mad at me for this question. Would you rather want a man or need a man? I told you.
I'm not mad at you for the question. So I'm glad you said that. I think that women get a lot of things misconstrued when it comes to being in a relationship and wanting a man or needing a man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm an 80s baby.
I'm born in 1980.
I'm 82.
Very last month of it.
I'm 82.
Oh, get the baby. Oh.
The lies you tell. The lies you tell. But at the same time, I'm gonna take my shades off.
Y'all see that?
I don't like taking my shades off. I'm gonna take my shades off.
She said, how Puffy do it? I love you, baby. I need to get you right.
But wanting a man is just a want. Like, people want sex, but you know what I'm saying? People want food. People want alcohol. They want to dive in endeavors. But needing one is a different thing. When you've been so independent for so long, listen, and you get a goddamn mortgage, listen, I'm like, I need help. Bitch need help.
Shit.
I don't look at it.
How does that fall more so on the one side? Because you can still do it, so you don't need.
Yeah, no, I can, but I've been doing it by myself for so long that I'm like, this is bullshit.
I hear women say, like, I'm a strong woman, but I don't want to be strong anymore. How do you feel about that?
I feel them. Because women who have been in a certain area of their lives for a long time, like, we talk about all my hustles tonight. Every last one of my hustles.
And I don't even know we didn't talk about all your hustles, because I know you do a lot more shit than you say. So we talk about all your hustles. How they say she sell drugs, watch kids, braid hair, and sell crack.
Now the same
cops don't know where to kick the door.
Meal prepping and everything. I can do it. But the thing is, at some point when you get older, you look at things and you like, a bitch need help. I need help. And it's not like the help like I need you to help me get this business off or this launch and this, that, and the third. But it's the help where it's like, I will feel so much better if I had that 50% next to me.
Listen, men get it when women say that. It's just that, no, men do. It's that a lot of times we so often nowadays the women saying they don't. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so it's like, I can't
Women win.
I can't
I
speak for every man, but what I can say is that like it's refreshing to hear women say that they will want a man in their life.
Yeah, so but you gotta think about where I am in my life compared to where some of these other women are in theirs.
Mhm.
Like I'm at a point where I do want the family, I do want a husband, I do want kids,
Mhm.
and even though I am in this,
Listen, y'all, she's only 57, so y'all can still knock her up. No.
a visual.
nah, I'm playing. She's only
No.
39, 40.
41.
You 41.
I'm 41.
Oh, you don't 41.
I am.
You
I'll be 42 this year.
You can still pop them out.
Let me tell you something. Black
Hey, look,
don't crack.
Listen,
Let me be proven.
busting her
Black
quick.
do not crack.
Busting her quick, y'all.
A
Don't
lot of you too.
Oops. That's all you gotta say. She'll be like, oh damn, you didn't mean it. I forgive you. What's next for the diva?
Ooh, a lot. The world. Let me tell you, the best advice that I can give anybody is the world is your oyster. Don't be afraid to fail.
Mhm.
Take life by the fucking bull horns and ride that
Ooh.
shit till the wheels fall off.
I'm not that's kind of pause for a guy.
Is it?
It's pause
Is
for
it?
a guy.
Well, I mean, for a guy, yes,
Yeah,
but
it's
I
definitely very
don't deny the fact that, like, everything that I've been through life has been a life lesson. And don't get it twisted. I might have been on all these adventures, but at the end of the day, I'm very Christian. The Lord is my savior.
I shall not want.
Right?
Yeah.
I pray, I meditate, I work out. Like, that keeps my mind clear, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very.
Very
Much.
clear. Once I give it to God, I let it go. I let it go.
Salute to that, yo.
Absolutely.
Really good. It's only right. The pilot show for the Tuesdays. Anybody want to come through on Tuesdays? Let me know. I gotta say, I love my baby right here. It's my homie right here. 1,000 grand, like no matter what, she always got my back, and I always got her back. So look, y'all,
Yeah.
like this is what relationships look like, friendships look like.
What has it been?
21.
Almost 20 years? 21
It's been
years?
more than 20 years, but
Has it been? It has not been more than 20 years.
it hasn't.
No, it hasn't.
It hasn't.
I graduated in 2000.
Yeah, and I met you. I was living in New York. I met you in 2002.
Oh shit!
I was living in New York. I moved back to New York.
Wherever I was, I ain't had no business doing with meeting his ass.
Yeah, I met you in Club Dream with the Dreamers.
Was it Dream or Love? Because I wasn't able to get in there
Love,
until I was
love,
21,
love
so
was the
that
second.
had to be 03, 04.
Either way, it's still 20 years.
It's been 20 years.
And I think it was 02 because I came to visit.
No, it had to be 03. Because I was 21 in 03.
You're right, it's 03. No, because I'm not gonna say what it was. I'm not gonna say my reason why. You know, but I'm gonna tell you again after it. But it was 03.
It was 03.
It was 03. But this is what friendship looks like, y'all. Like this is my homie right here. And, like she relationship, I think.
Yes.
This relationship. I'm not, but we don't disrespect each other.
No. You've been amazing. Like, 20 plus. Yo, remember? What?
Nope. Be quiet. Be quiet. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Oh yeah. I remember. Oh yeah. I remember that. Shut up.
No, but like for real, this has been a great experience. Like, I like this. Like, we not from the it's not the ratchet right now.
I mean, I was gonna. Can I ask you a ratchet question?
You can ask me a ratchet
Question.
It's like question.
I don't know if I have a ratchet question in that. Damn.
Normally, you have ratchet questions.
I
Now, at this point, it's the after hours, everybody, because our camera just failed on us. So,
yo, that shit fucked me up.
it really fell, and the whole camera went.
This is the Potter Show. Where the fuck is Talk
No,
Dairy?
but honestly, this was a great experience. I think probably you know a little more about me than you thought you did.
No, I do.
Okay.
No, everything you said, I know already. But I wanted to display your greatness.
Oh well, I appreciate
and,
it.
This was about you. Like I want to display your greatness, and anybody who don't know you, and they see you on the show.
Right.
I know a lot of people on the show like, yo, shorty, but like, there's more to you than just like your looks.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I know that for a fact.
Thank you.
I met you off your looks. I was grinding on you in the club. You couldn't handle it. You know what I mean? You was like, I'm sorry. I do better next time. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry.
And that's when the shades go back on.
Nah, but this is my homie, like for real, like.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've always like, answer this question for me, please.
Okay.
And that's what it is. I tell people all the time, like men and women can't be friends, right? And because of the sexual content and everything behind it. But,
yeah.
I met you, of course, on different levels, but we've been friends still.
We've been friends for a very long time. Very long time.
Do you think men and women can be friends?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You my boy. I love you dearly. You're not my only boy that I love dearly.
Of course.
I do have other male friends that are strictly platonic,
mm-hmm.
that I love dearly, that are my ride or dies, that would come through just like him if I need him in anything. So I would say we are. Oops, sorry. Definitely. Like I think men and women can be friends. It's setting the boundary between y'all relationship, if anything. Like, again, we've been friends for 20 plus years. Think about that. 20 plus years. I have male friends that have been my friends since before him. Like 25 years, 30 years. So I know for a fact it can be done. And don't say that. Don't say that. I've known them since high school. One of them I've known since elementary school. No. Don't do that to my boys. I love them dearly. Anyway, but yes, I think that they can be friends.
I would say this.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been the type that when I got into a relationship, I cut off my female friends.
Right.
Because most times I have a sexual attraction to them, even if whether I pursue it or not. No, I mean it's a female.
Right,
the first I'm gonna meet you off of a sexual attraction. As a man, I'm not gonna walk up to you like, yo, you're a good ass friend, yo. You know what I mean?
Right.
Fuck that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, you know that shit.
Well, I think that boundaries can be set prior to.
Yeah.
And you have to respect everybody's relationship. So when he was in his relationship, I respected that. Like, no doubt.
We ain't talking. I mean,
Because you disappeared. You was like,
and
Houdini.
but the thing is, people don't believe me when I say that shit.
No, it's definitely true. But at the same time, if you do have the opposite sex friends, you want to introduce who you are with to that person that they're with. So, like, you introduced me to your wife at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even with my other male friends, shout out to y'all. I love y'all dearly. Y'all have introduced me to y'all significant others, and they are amazing. I love y'all. Y'all have made me feel welcomed in y'all lives as well as friends. But yeah, it's just one of those things, and taking that approach more than anything.
It's like I was talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
I think 2 weeks ago, right? And people don't understand. Like when I say like I cut my female friends off when I get with somebody.
But it's not. But the thing is, it's not cutting them off. It's falling back. Like for me, I fall back.
Yeah.
Like I tell,
it's cut off.
Like for me, I'll tell you if I'm in a relationship or whatever, and then you know to respect the boundaries of the calling or the texting or whatever have you. And the same with you. Like I respect your boundaries, except for when you be asking me to make oxtails. That's a different story.
No, stop it. Nah, we ain't going there. No, that's different.
But I do think that there is.
Your man will respect it. Yo, make that nigga some oxtails, yo. Yo, you already set, yo. I Tina.
Whatever. With me. But I do think that if you set the boundaries with your significant other and your friend, they'll have that mutual respect for one another.
I mean, I feel that way too, but my thing is that like look, the reason why I do things the way I do it because I know that weak moments are possible. So
for who?
Everybody. Because of the fact that like if I'm in the weak moment and you was like, yo, say, and I know it's never been the case, but say like
I'm old, so I mean I'm like no bull, like I'm old. So for me, if that weak moment happens,
you're like 38. Man, shut up. You come back.
No, you will not.
Yes, I will.
No, you will not.
I ain't no punk bitch.
You go and pour yourself another cup. But in the meantime, between time, I do think that males and females can be platonic friends. He got me here, so almost 11. And
midnight.
It's almost 11 o'clock.
Listen, there's a perfectly good floor over there.
The lies you tell.
I get your pillow.
The lies you tell.
Couch.
No. I go home.
Just watch out for Master Splendor.
Listen.
Well, see?
No. No.
You better finish it.
Stop. You're going to drink it yourself.
Whoa, no.
Exactly. Let it go. I got to go home. What he don't know is I got to go home.
Fuzzy shirt. Look at it. Yeah. Oh, shit. Let me take my fingerprints. I can't afford that shit.
Listen.
I ain't even seen Cashmere in my life.
This has been a great show. Hopefully you
fuck that. When we go out with Cashmere, like, hold up. How you come on here with Cashmere? Don't. I
got on a movie.
No.
Belt and
you know I can't afford that shit.
I got a whole bust down on right now. Like what is
it? Oh damn. Oh shit. Let me see them shits.
No. These are expensive.
Anywho.
Whoa. This has been great.
Whoa.
Thank you for having me as your first guest on this segment. I appreciate it. 20 plus years strong. This has been great.
Yes, indeed. Look, y'all. Thank y'all for fucking with us. We fuck with y'all. Fuck out of here. Easy.
Thanks for watching.
What's up? This guy goes.
Almost, it's 11 o'clock. Go home. You didn't try it. Got me up here.
Huh?
I said, you tried to got me in here this way.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go home, come here, live together.
Can you make it home? See?
Yeah.
See, are you sure?